we've all mastered Facebook and Twitter, but when it comes to Instagram, some of us are left a little bit confused. Joining me on Google Hangout is prominent South African Instagrammer and founder of the South African Instagrammers community, Gareth Pon. Gareth, thank you for joining us. Now, before we get into it, why don't you explain what the South African Instagrammers community does?
Cool. So the South African Instagrammers community basically started up early 2013. It's the only local South African community based around Instagram that actually has an international link, which is pretty cool because guys all around the world meet up for these things called instameets, and instameets basically are just a great excuse to go out into your cities and take photos. So I started off initially just founding the Joburg community, where that was done mid-2012, and like heck, I enjoyed it so much that I was like, this needs to be shared. And towards the end of that year, I was like, let me see if I can get this thing going all around the country. And early 2013, I started sourcing different Instagrammers from around South Africa, and I chatted to a few guys who were sort of key players in their cities: Durban, Pretoria, Cape Town. And I just drove the incentive of let's grow this community locally. So the way we launched it was we had a national Instameet over the same weekend, where every interested city just organized an Instameet, and people just got together and started taking photos of their cities. So since then, it's just been progressing, where we've had international visitors. I've made some connections where whenever I've gone overseas, I've managed to meet up with. And it's just been really great to just put South Africa on the Instagram map. Recently, as well as Instagram themselves, just featured a few of the Instameets that we've done in Joburg and just also around South Africa, which is really great. So the actual guys at Instagram have taken note of our local community, which is amazing. I mean, such a privilege to be able to show off South Africa in the way that we can. And yeah, just from there, it's just progressed to people exploring their passion, people finding out that they can actually take photos, and we get all sorts of people at these Instameets.
That is actually amazing that you've been recognized by Instagram themselves. I want to touch on Instameets. How can people find out about Instameets in their community and take part?
Sure. So people can go to the Instagrammers website. It's Instagrammers with one M, .co.za, and then listed on there you'll see all the communities, whichever city you're in, and if you're not keen to go to the website, you can actually just type in IGERS, and then your city name, and you'll see if there is a community existing in your. Then you'll excuse me. So what you can also do is just on Instagram, go to the explore function and type in IGERS and then the name of your city. So the Joburg one is probably the only one that's different. IGERS Josie. And then when you go there, you'll see if there is an existing community. So, and you can do that anywhere in the world, which is great. The best way to just get involved is to just see when the next Instameet is. We've got a really big one happening nationally, coming up on the weekend of the 4th of October, which is something to look forward to. I'll unfortunately be out of the country, but I'm driving attendance from overseas, so I'll be able to do that. And we've got Instameets planned in every city. It's going to be pretty cool. And I'm also releasing a blog post pretty soon about how just a 10-step guide on organizing your own Instameet. So that'll be something. I just want to give the tools to South Africans to be able to organize their own Instameets. I mean, like, you guys could do it yourself if you want, like a News 24 Instameet. And the idea around this sort of vibe is to just enable people to do these Instameets, not to only take photos, but to just reclaim and discover their particular areas again.